Iran, a country often viewed through the lens of politics and conflict, is far more than the headlines suggest. Tucked in the heart of Western Asia, this ancient land is a tapestry woven from millennia of history, culture, religion, and natural beauty. Formerly known as Persia, Iran has shaped and been shaped by some of the most significant events and civilizations the world has ever seen. From the towering palaces of Persepolis to the crowded bazaars of Tehran, Iran pulses with a paradoxical blend of ancient tradition and modern ambition. This essay seeks to peel back the many layers that define Iran, its past, its present, and its future. It will explore how this country grew from one of the world's first empires into a modern state with global influence, despite internal and external challenges. We'll examine the rise of Islam in Iran, the formation of the Islamic Republic, its rich cultural heritage, and its dynamic, often misunderstood, population. We'll also take a close look at Iran's geopolitical role, its energy wealth, and how its government balances religion with political control. Understanding Iran means going beyond new soundbites and stereotypical narratives. It requires a deep dive into a land where poetry holds the same reverence as prayer, where the call to prayer echoes from minarets standing beside ancient Zoroastrian temples, and where young Iranians express themselves through both ancient calligraphy and encrypted VPN messages. This duality of ancient and modern, sacred and secular, isolation and openness, defines Iran like no other nation. Iran's history as a center of civilization dates back over 7,000 years. The Elamite kingdoms in southwestern Iran laid early foundations, but it was the rise of the Achaemenid Empire in the 6th century BCE that marked Persia's golden age. Under the leadership of Cyrus the Great, the Achaemenid Empire stretched from the Indus Valley to the Balkans, becoming the largest empire the world had seen. Cyrus was renowned for his innovative model of governance based on tolerance and human rights, as evidenced in the Cyrus Cylinder, often referred to as the first charter of human rights. His successors, notably Darius I and Xerxes I, continued to expand and enrich the empire. Darius introduced administrative divisions, built the royal road for communication, and constructed the stunning ceremonial capital of Persepolis. Persian kings respected the cultures and religions of the lands they conquered, a rare trait in ancient empires. However, Persia was not just about politics and conquest. It became a cradle of art, philosophy, science, and architecture. The Zoroastrian religion, one of the world's oldest monotheistic faiths, emerged here and deeply influenced other world religions including Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Even after the fall of the Achaemenids to Alexander the Great in 330 BCE, Persian identity endured. The Seleucid, Parthian, and Sasanian empires maintained continuity in governance, culture, and resistance to foreign influence, especially from Roman Byzantium. By the time Islam arrived, Iran had already been a sophisticated civilization for over a millennium. The Arab-Muslim conquest of Persia in the 7th century CE marked a profound transformation. Islam rapidly replaced Zoroastrianism as the dominant faith, and Arabic became the administrative language. Yet, Iranians quickly began to assert their cultural influence within the Islamic world. During the Abbasid Caliphate, many Persian scholars, scientists, and poets flourished. The Islamic Golden Age saw Iranians like Avicenna al-Khwarizmi and Ferdowsi contribute to science, medicine, and literature. Ferdowsi's Shahnameh, an epic poem, preserved Persian identity, language, and mythology during Arab dominance. In the 16th century, the Safavid dynasty established Twelver Shia Islam as the state religion, a defining moment for Iran. This decision set Iran apart from most Sunni-majority Muslim nations and remains a core element of its national identity today. The Safavids also fostered a renaissance of Persian art, architecture, and intellectual life, with cities like Isfahan becoming centers of beauty and learning. Subsequent dynasties, including the Afsharid and Qajar, maintained Shia Islam while contending with internal strife and foreign pressures. Iran's place in the Islamic world remained unique due to its Shia orientation, rich heritage, and fiercely independent identity. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, Iran faced increasing pressure from colonial powers, particularly Russia and Britain. The Qajar dynasty was forced to make concessions that compromised Iran's sovereignty. The Constitutional Revolution of 1906 was a landmark moment, introducing a parliament and setting the stage for modern political development. Reza Shah Pahlavi, who came to power in 1925, initiated a wave of modernization and secularization. He built infrastructure, reformed education, and curbed clerical power. However, his authoritarian rule and westernization policies stirred discontent. His son, Mohammad Reza Shah, continued modernization but relied heavily on Western support, especially from the United States. The 1953 CIA-backed coup against Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh who had nationalized Iran's oil industry, deepened public resentment. Decades of growing inequality, political repression, and cultural disconnection led to the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Led by Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, the revolution replaced the monarchy with an Islamic republic. It was a seismic shift that combined anti-imperialism with religious ideology, profoundly altering Iran's trajectory and inspiring Islamic movements across the world. Since 1979, Iran has operated under a unique system that merges theocratic and republican elements. The supreme leader, currently Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, holds ultimate authority over all branches of government, the military and judiciary. He is supported by clerical institutions like the Guardian Council, which vets candidates and legislation. The president, elected every 4 years, manages domestic and economic affairs but remains subordinate to the supreme leader. The Majlis parliament legislates, but its powers are constrained by clerical oversight. This hybrid system has generated both political engagement and frustration among the population. Iran's political climate has oscillated between reform and conservatism. Reformist presidents like Mohammad Khatami and Hassan Rouhani sought to open up society and improve relations with the West, while hardliners prioritized ideological purity and resistance to foreign influence. Protests, especially in 2009 Green Movement and more recently in 2019 and 2022, reflect widespread demands for greater freedoms, economic justice, and accountability. Yet, the Islamic Republic has remained resilient, maintaining a strong security apparatus and deep-rooted ideological institutions. Iran's foreign policy is shaped by its revolutionary ideals, strategic concerns, and regional ambitions. Relations with the United States have been strained since 1979, particularly after the hostage crisis. US-led sanctions have significantly impacted Iran's economy and global integration. Iran is a regional power with strong influence in Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Yemen. It supports groups like Hezbollah and militias in Iraq, viewing them as part of its axis of resistance against Western and Israeli dominance. This has fueled tensions with Sunni Arab states and Israel, leading to proxy conflicts across the region. Iran's nuclear program has been a major point of contention. While Iran insists its program is peaceful, Western powers fear weaponization. The 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action JCPO offered temporary relief, but the US withdrawal in 2018 under President Trump reignited tensions. Despite sanctions, Iran has cultivated strategic ties with China, Russia, and neighboring countries. It leverages its geography, ideology, and resources to remain a central player in Middle Eastern politics. Iran holds the fourth largest proven oil reserves and second largest natural gas reserves in the world. Since the early 20th century, oil has been both a blessing and a curse. While it has funded development and modernization, it has also exposed Iran to foreign interference and dependency. The oil industry remains a cornerstone of Iran's economy, but it is vulnerable to international sanctions and price fluctuations. Iran's economy also includes agriculture, manufacturing, and a growing tech sector. However, state control, corruption, and economic mismanagement hinder growth. Inflation, unemployment, and currency devaluation are persistent challenges. Many young Iranians, despite being highly educated, face limited job opportunities. The government has tried to diversify the economy and increase self-reliance, particularly under sanctions. Subsidy reforms, investment in renewable energy, and regional trade are part of Iran's economic strategy, but political instability and global isolation remain significant obstacles. Iranian culture is a rich blend of ancient Persian traditions and Islamic influences. The Persian language Farsi is a source of national pride, and Iran boasts a literary heritage that includes poets like Rumi, Hafez, Sadi, and Omar Khayyam. Music, calligraphy, miniature painting, and carpet weaving are traditional arts that remain vibrant today. Persian cuisine, with dishes like kebab, gourmet sabzi, and saffron rice, reflects regional diversity and centuries of refinement. Festivals like Nowruz Persian New Year connect Iranians to their Zoroastrian roots, while Shia religious commemorations like Ashura express deep spiritual devotion. Despite the Islamic Republic's strict rules, Iranian cinema, fashion, and contemporary art have gained international acclaim. Iranian identity is complex and multifaceted, balancing nationalism, religious belief, modernity, and tradition. Ethnic minorities, such as Kurds, Azeris, Baluchis, and Arabs add further richness to the cultural mosaic. Iran is home to a young tech-savvy population. Over 70% of Iranians are under 35, and internet penetration is high despite censorship. Social media, though banned, is widely used through VPNs. Youth culture includes music, fashion, sports, and online activism. Censorship remains a major issue. The government restricts news, films, books, and digital platforms. However, Iranians have developed creative ways to bypass these controls, contributing to a vibrant underground cultural scene. Women play a significant role in society, although they face legal and social restrictions. They excel in education, arts, and professional life, and their push for equality is a powerful force in Iran's evolving society. Technology, especially mobile apps and fintech, is reshaping business and communication. Startups and innovation hubs are emerging, signaling a desire for progress despite limitations. Iran stands at a crossroads. It is a nation of contradictions, ancient yet modern, devout yet defiant, isolated yet globally connected. Its history is a testament to resilience, creativity, and identity. The Islamic Republic has survived decades of sanctions, war, and internal unrest. Yet, its long-term stability may depend on addressing the aspirations of its people, especially the youth. Economic reform, political openness, and cultural freedom are key demands. Iran's regional role remains central to Middle Eastern dynamics. Dialogue with global powers, especially over the nuclear issue, will shape its future. Whether Iran continues down its current path or embraces reform will determine not only its destiny but the future of the region. Ultimately, understanding Iran requires nuance, respect for its complexity, and recognition of its people's hopes and struggles. As the world watches, Iran's next chapter is still being written by its poets, its protesters, its scholars, and its leaders alike.